Hi there and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can customize your Shopify theme. Whether you are just starting out to Shopify or maybe you already have a store and you want to improve it and give it a fresh look, this video is perfect for you. In today's video, we are going to work on Enterprise, which is the latest Shopify theme by Clean Canvas. I have been using and recommending Clean Canvas themes for years now, and I like all of their themes. They are very professional, they load fast, and they offer very advanced features that are very beneficial to any store. Well, Enterprise, which is their latest theme, is actually amazing. The amount of features and advanced options this theme offers is insane, and you are going to see through this video how far you can go with this theme. I want to thank Clean Canvas for sponsoring this video. I'm very happy that I'm working with them on this video. So let's get started, let's move to my screen and let's start customizing your store. So as I told you before, the theme I'm going to use as an example is the Enterprise theme by Clean Canvas. I like all of Clean Canvas themes actually. They are all very professional, very advanced, and this is their newest one. I will do my best in this video to explain to you exactly how to use it and how to customize it, and you can apply the same exact thing to any other theme you are using if you decided to go with another theme. Okay, but I will show you in details all the different features and you will see yourself what are the things that you should be looking at while you are deciding what theme to choose for your store. So from your Shopify dashboard, I need you first to download the trial of this theme, and you do that by simply going to the Shopify theme store and clicking on try theme. When you do that, the theme will be downloaded to your Shopify and you will have it in here under the theme library. You don't need to pay for it, you just try it, and if you like that, you can buy it in order to be able to publish it. Okay, so once it's there, you click on customize. As an example, in this tutorial, I'm going to create a store that sells yoga outfits and yoga essentials, and I have created some graphics, logos, things like that in order to be able to build up the store. So I have in here in this file all the information related to the brand, let's say like colors, fonts, names, even like the homepage structure, the product page structure, and so on. I will start first where you should start first, and it is to start by customizing the theme settings. As you can see in here, you have three options. First, you have the sections, and here where you start building up the pages. Then you have the theme settings, and in here you change everything related to the settings of the theme. So we are talking colors, fonts, and so on. You're gonna see that. And after that, you have the apps, and this is related to all the third-party apps you add to Shopify, because now after adding an app to Shopify, you need to activate it within the theme to make sure that it's showing on your store. So starting by the settings, you click here on theme settings, and the first thing you need to change is the colors. I need to say that everything you will see in here will differ depending on the theme you are using. Some themes will offer more options and more customizations. Some theme will offer less options and less customizations. With this theme, with Enterprise, you have a very high level of customization, which is something amazing because it means that you can tweak the store and make it look exactly like you want without the need to do any web developing. So many of the things that you might have in mind, like colors, fonts, even sections, even how the store appears in general, are customizable through this theme, which is something very, very amazing and very important. You go in here to colors, and under colors, you can start changing all the colors of your store. So first you have the page background, which is the full store color. You have the headings and so on. What I recommend you to do is to go to each one of these and change it to fit your brand. Okay, you need actually to check all the colors in here and make sure that you are making them as per your color brand. Okay, I will start. I have 4 different color brands. I'm gonna keep this aside in here so I can see them, and I will be changing these colors one by one. For the page background, I'm gonna keep it as it is, headings, body, same thing. For the rating stars, I'm gonna change it maybe to my green, which is a very pastel color. I have picked these colors because my brand is a yoga brand, so these colors work for my brand. They might not be working for yours. Maybe for your brand, you will choose different colors and so on. So this is the color for the primary buttons. So these are the buttons that will appear on your product page, on the primary places. So I'm gonna actually use the same color. Please keep in mind that I'm not making this perfect. I'm just giving you some examples. I will keep the text as it is. See later if I need to change it to black to contrast better. This is for the secondary buttons. I'm gonna keep them as they are. Okay, this is for the section color scheme 1. This theme allows you, when you are creating a section, to choose the color scheme of the section. And you can create 2 different schemes, I guess, or maybe 3. Actually, let me check. You can create 3. So you can play around with your brand colors and create different schemes. So let's say you want one section to be blue, one to be light green, one to be light pink. You create these 3 different schemes and you start applying them while you are building your sections. You will see exactly how to do that. Just stay with me. So for this one, I'm gonna choose the button background to be actually maybe my light blue, just to create some kind of difference. So I will make this light blue. I will keep everything as it is or you know something, I will keep all my buttons to be green actually. So in here I will choose the green, but for the background I'm gonna choose the light blue for this one. When I go to the second theme, I'm gonna choose a different color, maybe my warm neutral color for the background. I will try to keep my buttons all to be green, to be consistent. I like to do that. I guess it's better for user experience. But for now, let's do that. Then I will go for the scheme number 3 and choose my smoothing gray. You will see exactly how to use these schemes in a few minutes. Okay. So I'm gonna, for this one, I'm gonna choose this, I'm gonna keep it actually as white, and we'll see later if we need to change it. Okay, I want you to keep something in mind, that even after doing this, maybe while you are building your store, you will notice that the colors don't work very well. You want to change them. You can go back in here and change them. Okay, for this one, I will pick, I will keep it gray. I don't want to have the purple. Let me see. So let me choose blue maybe. And for this one, I'm gonna choose also maybe something like this. It's for if you want to do a gradient of color. We're not gonna do that. Okay, if you scroll down, you have content panel. Content panel is actually like in some sections of this theme, there are something called content panel where you can choose the colors. So this is where you can change them if you want to change them all over the store. I'm gonna keep this as it is. The drawers is for everything related to the cart. So if you click on the cart in here, you will see a drawer. This is the drawer. And you have the messages. Those are the messages that customers or your store visitors will see. You can change them for sure to fit your store brand. So I'm gonna try to do that. Let me pick some random colors. So for this one, I will pick. Okay, for sure, if you are creating your store for your brand, take more care about this. And in here you have 2 options, which is the color blending. The color blending is a feature provided by this theme that allows you to blend your product images. So if you are, for example, dropshipping and you are importing your images from a certain website, or if you did a photo shoot and you have all of your, for example, photos with a white background, but you want to make it slightly different. You want, for example, the background of your photos to be light, for example, green or light gray. You can choose the blend product images. In this case, the theme will almost remove the background, the white background of the product, and apply this color you will see in here. Okay, I guess this is nice for people who are especially dropshipping, because sometimes they will not have very nice photos and they want to improve them, or if you want to contrast your product photos with the website in general because the website is white, and if your product photos already have also a white background and you want to make a contrast between the photos and the website, this can also work. Okay, but this is not gonna work if your product images have like a very let's say strong color on the background, or let's say a background with items on it. It's not gonna work. Okay, after the colors, after spending as much time as needed on the colors to make them suit your brand, you have the typography, and this is everything related to the text on your store. Okay, so in here you choose first the font of the headings. You can make it uppercase, you can make the button text uppercase. These are all things related to how you see the text on your store. Okay, you have also the size, then you have the body, and it's everything related to the text on your store. So we are talking about like the content itself, the product description, and so on. And you have the navigation, and this is the section in here. So navigation means your menu tabs and so on. I'm gonna actually change these to suit my brand. I have these 2 fonts to use. So for heading, I'm gonna choose. I highly recommend you to stick to the fonts you find on Shopify and not to upload your fonts, because uploading your fonts will slow down your website, and it means that it will not appear the same on all devices. So I recommend you to stick with the fonts you find on Shopify. I'm gonna do something actually. I'm gonna choose it to be bold because it's for the So let me choose, click select. I don't like to have everything uppercase, honestly, so this is my preferences. I'm gonna remove all of these, also this one. I'm gonna keep it large. For the body, I'm gonna choose another font. And I will make it, 16 is nice. For the navigation, I will also choose the same font. But maybe this time I'm gonna make it bold. Okay, so this is it for the typography. As you can see, the options are pretty limited. That's what you can change, and you don't need to change more, honestly. After this, you have the design, and this is everything related to the general design of your theme. So first you have like the maximum page width, how much you want your theme width to be. This one is related to the section height. Do you want it to be large? Do you want it to be medium? Do you want it to be small? I like the medium, but I'm gonna keep it large for now. But if you change it to medium, you will notice that this is gonna apply to almost all the sections. For the maximum page width, I recommend you to stick with this one because it's gonna be suitable for almost all PCs, so keep it as it is. For border, it's everything related to these, the lines you see in here. You can make it medium, thick, thin, as you wish. I'm gonna keep it thin. This is related to everything that's corner. So do you want everything to have a corner, or do you want to have it a radius? I'm gonna put it as like 3 to show you the changes. I like to keep the radius as 0. This is something related to my preferences, but some people prefer to have it rounded like this, so this is where you change it. Okay, after that you have the carousels, and this is everything that's carousel, so everything that's sliding on your website. You can change how the buttons, the arrows appear from here. You can change the style. You can slide scroll per navigation, so single slide, all slides in view. These are related mainly to the slides. You can change them now, or you can, while you are checking your slides, go back in here, see what are the things that you prefer. This is strictly related to how you see things. Now everything related to pop-ups and drawers. Also, if you want to change the corners, if you want to change the text overlay corners, same thing, more options in here, and so on. Let me show you something as an example. The breadcrumbs are like when you are navigating certain pages and you want to see from where you came, so the theme shows you the path you have taken. I recommend you to keep them because they are good for SEO, and they are good for also for user experience, because when you have them, people can know exactly how to go back. They are not that essential, but I prefer to keep them. You can keep them on your product pages, on all your pages, it's up to you. I'm gonna keep them on products, and I guess it's enough. After that, you have the collection card. The collection card is mainly, when you go to the all collection pages, it's mainly how you see each collection. It's like the card of the collection, or let's say the small summary of the collection. I'm not gonna change much in here, but the options are pretty straightforward. You have the image aspect ratio, so your collection image, if you want it square, if you want it landscape, portrait, and so on. I recommend you, for the easiest, let's say the easiest process ever, is to keep everything as square, because in this way you make sure that everything is fitting together. So I take my product photos in square, I have my collection images in square, I keep everything square. In this case, I know that everything is looking nice on the store. The image fit will change how the image is cropped, so you can play around with it and see what fits your photographies better. And in here you have the image alignment. Do you want it center? Do you want it top? Or do you want it bottom? I'm gonna keep it as center. And in here you have the show view collection link. Also, you need to keep this one. And in here you can, if you wish, to play around with the colors and so on. Arriving now at the product cards, are very similar to the collection cards. It's when you see the product listed. So you go to a collection page and you see the product cards. Also, while you are building your store, these are going to make more sense because you will be visually able to see how you are changing your store by changing these options. I'm going now over them quickly just so you know that they exist and that you can play around with them. So same thing, you have image aspect ratio, image fit, image alignment. You can show second image on hover, and this is very important because it means that if someone is browsing your store, they can see, for example, the product image, and the second image could be a lifestyle image. I like this feature. I guess it showcase the product in a better way, so keep it on. This one you can remove it, show product vendor, especially if you are the only vendor, you can have show product subtitle, and in order to do that, you need to create a meta field. If you don't know what meta fields are, I highly recommend you to check out these 2 videos on my YouTube channel, because they will explain to you what meta fields are and how they use them. Meta field is a very big subject, and we can't tackle it now on this video because we're not gonna end this video if we are going to talk about meta fields. But meta fields will help you to create an amazing store, a very well, let's say, dynamic, customizable store. So if you don't know what meta fields are, please check my other videos and you will know exactly how to use them. After that, you have the product ratings. You can keep this or you can remove it. It depends on if you are going to use the integration directly on the theme or if you are going to use a third-party app for the ratings. We're gonna talk about that when we are at the product page, but for now you can keep it. You can remove it later if you didn't like it. You have show product inventory, so you show how many products are remaining on stock and so on. And in here you can include the collection within the URL of the product page. I actually like to remove this one. I prefer to have the product link directly. Then we have the quick buy. The quick buy is when you are scrolling the website. Let me go to the demo store actually in here to help you get a, let's say, a better idea about what I'm talking about. So the quick buy is when you are browsing a store, for example, on the home page, and you have these products directly in front of you. And instead of going to the product page, you click here on this and you can quickly buy this product. So you can buy this product without going to the product page. This is actually very good because it means that you are staying on the same page and you are making the experience smoother for your customers. They are buying directly without moving from one page to another, without being very distracted. So it's a very good feature and I highly recommend you to keep it. When you change the settings in here, you are changing the settings of the quick buy. So you can decide how these options in here are going to appear. Are you want it to appear like this, or you want it to have it like text below it, and so on. Also, I recommend you to play around with these options. And while you are checking a theme for your store, I highly recommend you to make sure that it has the quick buy option. So in here you can change the styles of the product card if you wish. I'm gonna keep them as they are. After the product card, you have the product compare, and this is a feature that's actually provided by this amazing theme. It's when you can compare different products. So you can in here go and decide to compare these 2 products together and show the difference between them. There are some things that you need to set up in order to use the product comparison feature. I'm going to show it to you later, but it's a very great feature that I highly recommend you to use it. After that, you have the product inventory. It's for the inventories. I'm not gonna tackle that. Actually, it's simple. After that, you have the product labels. So if you want to show products on sale or out of stock, this is where you change the colors. After that, you have the, let me see, the swatches. Swatches are the small icons you see in here for colors. You see those in here. This is where you set them up. And in here, they gave you some instructions about how to set them up. You put the color hacks and you directly use it. If you are interested about knowing more about color swatches, please leave a comment below and let me know, and I will create a video dedicated for this. After that, you have social media, so you can put all of your social media profiles in here. You have the search. If you want to modify the search bar in here, this is actually a very nice feature. I like that this theme offers me this option, so you can go in here and change like what people are going to see while searching. Then you have the currency format. It depends on your preferences. You have the cart, so this is everything related to this. So what icon do you want to use, where an empty cart takes you. If you want to see recommendations on the cart, this is actually a very nice feature. So while when you open the cart drawer, you can see some recommendations. This is gonna be functional once the store is running. I will try to see if in the demo store you can find this. So let me add this to cart. Now when I click in here, you see this is the recommendations. They are recommending related products to my original purchase. This is very good because it's a kind of cross-selling, and not only that, they allow me directly to add it to cart, so I don't need to go to the product page and do all the process. This is something very nice and it's very user-friendly. After that, we have more options related to the cart. There is actually in here the layout of the recommendations. You have a shaking cart, so like to make people remember that they have left something in cart. It's very nice. You have in here the free shipping notice, and this is actually here, as you can see, they are telling me that I'm eligible for shipping. So you set up the settings in here. You tell the theme what is your minimum order to give free shipping. And what's amazing about this theme is that it allows you to set up different threshold per country. Actually, I've never seen that in other themes. That's why I love this feature. It allows me to have, like, let's say in USA, I want the shipping threshold, the free shipping threshold to be $100. I can set it up. If I wanted to be in France, for example, $150, I can set it up. And in here, they are giving you the format of how to do that. So you need to include the country code, then you need to include the currency code, and you need to include the amount and include everything within this box. If you find this is complicated, or if you didn't know how to set it up, you can either leave a comment below or you can ask the themes support. They actually reply and they can help you with anything you want. After that, you have the animations, and it's related to how sections, images, and everything is animated on your store. You can disable it, enable it, keep it as it is. It's up to you. Then you have some advanced features. So this is related to the, I guess, to the speed of your theme. I recommend you to keep the default settings because they are good as they are. In here, you have also things related to the image quality. So the higher quality you want, the slower the website is going to be. And this is going to be very related to how much your store has in terms of products or images and how big your catalog is. In here, you have the tab attention. So it's in here, it's gonna show in here. Let's say I'm leaving the store, a message will be appearing in here on the tab reminding me that tab of my store, of the store, is still open, then I can check it out. And what else? In here you have the favicon. I'm going actually to upload my favicon, so I'm going to go in here. I'm not sure how it's gonna appear, but the favicon is a small icon you see in here. So I have uploaded this one. In here, if you want to add a custom HTML, this is a little bit more advanced, but let's say you want to add a piece of code to all of your product, all of your store pages, you can do that in here by adding this code without going to the theme code and playing around with it. So this is also a very good feature. After that, you have the checkout, and in here you can change some things like related to putting some images, the logo. I'm gonna put my logo actually. Let me upload it. It's also, you can also change some colors, but the options you can change within the checkout page are limited, and this is actually to how Shopify works. Okay, so I'm not gonna change anything in here. I might change the color a little bit. So let me change the color. Let me put the errors, let's say, in this color, and so on. After this, you have the custom CSS. If you have no idea about coding or anything like that, you don't need to touch this. But custom CSS is when you add code in order to change how things appear on the website. So we are talking about fonts, colors, like the appearance of things. So if you want to change something and this thing that you want to change is not available as options within the theme, you can work on the CSS in here. This is actually something that wasn't available before in Shopify. We used to need to go to the code of the theme and tweak the code in there. Now, happily, we can do this directly from here without touching the theme code files themselves. Okay, so this is everything related to settings. I know that I have went over them quickly, but you need to go over every one of them while you are building your store, because you will be able to see visually the changes you are making. But I hope that with this quick tour, you are able to understand everything about them, or at least how they work. Okay, now we are going to start to build up our store pages, and we are going to start with the most important page, and it is your home page. So we are going to start by building up the home page. You go in here to sections, and before starting with the home page itself, I'm going to explain to you how to use the editor in here. The first part in here you see is the part that's common between all your pages. So this is the announcement bar, then you have the header, then you have the promo stick. So now starting with the home page, the first thing I want you to see, or I want you to check, is this part in here, and it's called the header group. It's a section, or let's say a part that's common between all of your store pages. Okay, so you have the announcement bar first, then you have the header, and this is your main navigation area. Then you have the promo strip. This is actually a very nice feature, because with this theme you can directly copy, or customers can directly copy the coupon code from here in order to apply it directly while they are purchasing. So the announcement bar is a a bar where you can announce, for example, if you have a new launch, or if you are offering free shipping on domestic orders, or if you have something very important to announce. You can have multiple announcements, maybe up to 3, I guess. Yeah, you can have up to 3, and you can change the text of each announcement. Whenever you are checking a section, when you click on the section name, you change everything related to the section settings. When you click on the block name, you change everything related to the block. So this is a section, this is a block. Okay, this is the text you changed from here. It's a rich text box, so you can have bold, italic, and so on. And you can also, when you click on announcement, change, like if you want to include a link, if you want to like enable country region selection, language selector, if you want to change the styles, and so on. And also this section, and actually every section, has now a custom CSS. So if you want to change anything about the appearance of the section, you can do that from here. After the announcement bar, we have the header, and this is a very important section on your store, and you have all of the header sections in here. So first you can choose the layout. So when you enable sticky header, it means that when I scroll, the header is sticking like this. Okay, I'm gonna actually remove it to show you the difference. So now, as you can see, it's disappearing totally. Okay, I'm gonna keep it as enabled. Then we have the logo. So do you want to have the, in here, do you want to have the store name, or do you want to include your logo? So I'm gonna actually include my logo. I'm gonna replace this one, and you can choose to pick the image from your brand assets. Those are assets you set up within Shopify settings. But for now, I'm going actually to select an image, and this is my logo. So as you can see, I have my logo now in here. You can change the logo width if you wish. And for the search, you can enable it. So if you want the search bar to be here, you can keep it. If not, you can remove it. I highly recommend you to keep it, especially if you have a very large catalog and people will be searching for stuff. Also, the search box is a nice place to understand what your customers or visitors search about, what they are interested about, what might be a little bit confusing for them, so they needed to search for it, and so on. You can minimize search on mobile. Let me move to the mobile view to show you. So this is the search. You can minimize search on mobile, so it's only an icon, and you can even minimize it on desktop, so it's now just an icon. It's up to you. I'm gonna actually minimize it on mobile but keep it on desktop. Okay, now you have the navigation, and this is this part. So this is your main menu. This is where you should be showing your collections, let's say the main sections of your store, and so on. I'm gonna build my menu and then link to it in here in just 1 minute. So this is my main menu, and I have the featured link if I want to add something that's featured. You can also have a quick links menu if you wish. I'm gonna do all of this, but first I need to build up my menus. So I'm gonna save, and I will go back to Shopify in here, to navigation, and under main menu, I will start my work. So I have already built up my navigation. So what I want to have inside of my navigation menu. So I have 3 levels. The level 1 is going to be women, man, and accessories. And then I will have buttons, bras and tops, accessories, and features. And this is for women only. Then I have the level 3, which is the other items. So let me show you how I build this, because showing you is, I guess, way easier than talking about it. So I will divide my screen into 2. I don't like to have the home. I don't think it's needed. Also, I'm gonna remove this one and this one, and I will start by this. So the level 1 is going to be women. In your case, you should have a collection called Women, and you should link to this collection. But this is a trial store, so I'm not going to create the collections actually. But if you don't know how to create collections or how to assign products to collections, there is a video on this YouTube channel that shows you exactly how to do that. So I highly recommend you to check it out. But since now I don't have a collection, I'm gonna do this trick. So I'm gonna put this in here in order to be able to create my menu item. Now I'm going to create the second one, which is man. Then I will have accessories. Okay, once this is done, I need to start creating the level 2. So I'm gonna click on add menu item. I'm gonna call it buttons, and I will link to an empty link, and I will drag it like this and put it under women. If you're not familiar with navigation menus on Shopify or how to create a good navigation menu for your store, also I highly recommend you to check a video on my YouTube channel that shows you and teaches you everything about navigation. Okay, I'm gonna continue this work and I will meet you once I finish it, okay? So I have already created my navigation menu. If I go now to navigation, I go to main menu, you will see that I have created this menu. I have the main 3 items, woman, man, and accessories, and under each one of these I have different levels. Okay, I'm now going to themes, and I'm going to customize my theme and show you how to create mega menus. Well, as you can see now, I have my menu in here, but it's very like normal menu, like the one you see everywhere. If you want now to up level this and have something similar to these in here, you need to use the mega menus. So let me go in here to this header in here and show you how to add a mega menu. This theme allows you to create 3 types of mega menus. You can play around with them, see what you like most. I'm gonna start with this one, column mega menu, and in here I'm going to assign the tab where I want to see the mega menu. So I want to see this mega menu under woman, and as you can see directly this turned out into a mega menu. Now if I wish, I can add an image. So maybe I want to add this as a promotion, I can add it, okay? And I can add text, I can change things in here, I can add a link for sure, I can even have a second promotion, a third promotion, and so on. I can also, if I want to add a badge or something, change things from here. Now let's see the full how it's gonna look on full screen. So this is the mega menu. I prefer to keep it like up to 4 if you want to keep the look better, because now this is on a second line, but on a second row, but it's something that you can, let's say, adjust and optimize over time. Okay, now let's see how it looks on mobile. So on mobile it looks like this. We have woman, and as you can see I have my promotion below. Okay, now let's try to play around with a second type of mega menu. So this is the sidebar mega menu, and I guess this is this one, so it should be this one. Okay, also I want to assign it to man this time, and as you can see I have it. Let's change in here to see what's changing. I'm not sure why this is not appearing in here. Show collection images, use the first product, also square. I'm not sure why these are not looking, maybe because I haven't created the collections here yet, that's why they are not showing, but they should be showing the images as you can see them in here. And as you can see, you have also the badges and all the other items. You can play around and also try the third type of mega menus. And as I said before, if you have any question or if something was not clear enough, you can always go back to me or to the theme support and they will help you out with this. And they also have a lot of tutorials and documentations to help you out with all of these sections. Okay, once this is done, we have the promo strip, and as I told you before, this is something I like a lot about this theme, is that you can directly copy the coupon code from here. So if you have a special discount or if it's Christmas and you want to announce it, this is where you do it. After that, let's scroll to the last section of this page where we have the footer, and these are also items that they are common between all of your pages. So you have the section in here, which is the footer, you have the links, you have the icons with text and so on, and you can change them. I'm going to start with the homepage itself, and I'm going to start by discussing or by showing you the different amazing sections these themes offer. And you must know the sections you will find will differ from theme to another. While you are choosing a theme for your store, make sure that you are choosing a theme that offers all the sections that you want to have, or at least most of them, because creating new sections is something complicated and you would need to pay for a web developer and so on. So if you want to stay on, let's say, the more economical side, the smartest side, choose a theme that offers as much options as possible and that looks the most like what you have in mind for your store. When you scroll down in here and you click on add section, you can see all the available sections for this theme, and in here you can see a very nice preview for each of these sections. So you have the featured collections, featured product, collection list, and so on. Many of these sections are common with other themes, but there are some sections that you only find or that are special, very special for this theme, like for example the countdown timer, or for example the comparison feature, or the navigation slideshow, or the promo strip, the one I showed you above, or also the shoppable image. This is also very nice, and so on. I recommend you to check all of these sections, see what you might use for your store. I'm gonna now create like a basic homepage with the sections I think they are important for this example. I'm not gonna go over every single section, but they all work the same way. Each section has blocks and settings and options that you need to modify. Okay, the first section I'm going to create actually is not the normal slideshow, because the normal slideshow you can find it on any theme. One I'm going to create is called navigation slideshow, and it's special because you don't don't find it on all themes. So I've added already the section. I'm going to scroll it up, so it's gonna be at the beginning of my page. So it's here. I will remove this section, so I will remove section from here. So this is the navigation slideshow, and I will start by including the image, including the information, and show you how it works, okay? So when you click above in here, you find everything related to the main settings of the sections. When you click in here, you find the information related to each navigation slide. I'm gonna remove the second one and only keep one slideshow for now. I will start first by uploading the image of the slideshow. I have already prepared the image, so I'm going in here to my banner in here. So this is a normal photo. I took it from Pexel, but in your case, you need to upload your photos with your products on them and so on. I will not choose another photo for mobile, but if you want to do so, you can do so from here by selecting another image. I will not do that. I will now add the heading and the subheading. So I'm going to change the heading and the content. Okay, I have already decided what I'm going to write on my homepage. So I'm gonna just copy the text from here and paste it. So this is my main, let's say, heading, and I will also add my subheading. I will add this under content, but you can add it if you wish under the subheading section. It's up to you. It's only a matter of like formatting things. And I will also add a button. So if you scroll down, you will see, and I will make it link actually to collections, to all collections. Okay, so this is my main navigation menu. I can change the text alignment, I can add more information, I can change the heading font if I wish. I'm gonna keep it actually extra large, I guess it looks nice. I can set it as the H1 of the page. This is actually a very good option for SEO. So when you assign something as H1, it means that this is the main title or the main keyword of your homepage. So if you want Google to know what your homepage is about, you click this one and you make sure that you are including your main keyword within this title. Obviously, this title is not a keyword friendly, but I can put something like yoga outfits or sustainable yoga outfits. This is gonna be very SEO friendly, and in this case, I'm gonna set this as my H1. Okay, and you can add another button if you wish, but I'm not gonna do that. I will click on save, and I will continue to change this one. This is actually what makes this section very nice. It's the ability to navigate directly from here and to find the products by navigating from here. Okay, so in here, you need to choose the menu where you want your clients to search. So are you going to include your main menu, or maybe in here you will only include a menu for women, and so on. So you need to create the navigation menu for this part as we have created it for the main header. But for now, I'm gonna select like the main menu. I'm gonna keep it actually selected for now. Okay, then I have the navigation heading. So I'm gonna change this title. I have already prepared this. So let me change it, for example, to something like this. So, and you can in here change the appearance. You can use first product image for collection page. You can change the title in here. So let's say, for example, let me see what I have prepared already. Choose a range, choose a category, choose a product type. So choose a range. Let me put in here, choose a category, choose a product type. Okay, and as you can see now, when I click, they can see my main menus. When, let's say, they choose women, they can create buttons. Let's say they choose pants. Now they can search and they will find what they are looking for. Okay, it's not working because, as I said before, I don't have everything set up. So for your store, when you have everything set up, everything will be working smoothly. Okay, in here you can also change some more settings related to the slideshow itself if you want, and so on. I guess this is a very, very, very nice feature for a store with a very large catalog, because it allows customers to directly choose and find the products and like search within the products. On their demo store in here, on the second one, you will see a very good example about this feature. So when you go in here, for example, you choose a department, you choose a category, you choose a product, you can even have the price. You can directly click on search and find the product, okay, if it exists with these filters. Okay, this is a very nice feature, as I told you before, especially if you have a very large catalog. Okay, after that, I have this collection list in here, and it's a very nice section where I can list my collections. As you can see, it has these by default, but you can remove some, you can add some, it's up to you. I like to list my collections. I actually removed the section, so let me go back. Yeah, I will add some collections just as an example. So let me pick accessories for first one. Let me choose for the second one, bottoms, and it's taking the collection image by default. default in here and putting it, but you can assign another image if you wish. So I'm going to choose full set, and let me choose one more, for example, let's say tops. And for the last one, I will choose another collections, let's say mats. Okay, I'm gonna remove this block, and now I have my collection list. And if you click on view all, you can view all the collections. This is a very good way to showcase your collections. Very nice, very professional. And you can even, when you click in here, change the title. If you wanted a grid, you can make it a grid. If you wanted carousel, so you want them to move like this, if you have more collections, you can do. And you can also keep the images square or crop them into circles. I like the circles, so I will keep them cropped. Under this, I have the scrolling banner. In here, as you can see, it's announcing something very important. You can have different items within this one. You can have scrolling banner, so it's text. You can have an icon, you can have more text, you can have a button. So it's up to you. You can add blocks from here, from these different categories, and have them in here. And for each of these ones, you can change the font. You can make it the body font or the heading font. You can change the text size, so I can make it medium, for example. You can change the text content and so on, and you can add a link, and you can even add icons and so on. This banner can be very beneficial if you are announcing a promotion or if you are announcing a launching of a new product, because it is moving, it's eye-catching, and will make people like notice it. And in here you can change like the speed of the scrolling, how it's scrolling. You can change the color scheme. These are the schemes that we have talked about when we discussed the, if you remember the color section, you can go with, let's say, if I want to pick the third one instead of the second, it's gonna be also different. Okay, after that we have the countdown timer. This is a very nice feature if you are doing a countdown for a launch, for example. Okay, you can select an image. In here you change the layout, so how much you want the height. You can change the height on desktop and make it different than on mobile. You can in here change the text, as you can see. You can change the account size, so you can make it medium, you can make it small, you can make it big. Also same thing. You can in here change the scheme, so let me make it 1, for example. It's now different. And you can in here change like the colors and everything else. If you want to change the timing, which is I guess what you care about the most, you go in here, you put the end date and you put the end time, and you put like the text in here, and in this case your countdowner will be working. And they have given you the format in here, so you need to get it right. You start by the year, the month, and the day. As I said, this is perfect for launching a new product, for the end of a Black Friday sale, and so on. The promo grid is also a nice section where you showcase different products from your store or different sub collections from your store. Maybe you are offering a discount, maybe they are almost out of stock, maybe they are the last sizes available. You put them in here, and with the same logic you change everything related to the layout, to the information, to the colors, and so on. Let me see what other important sections we might find in here. So we have so many sections in here, like shoppable images. So you can, for example, have an image showcasing different products from your store and link to different products. So as you can see, I can here, for example, add an image. Let me add a random one. Let's say this one. And I can in here under hotspot select the different products. So let's say, for example, I'm tagging this product in the first hotspot. So when I click in here, I can see the product, as you can see. And you can do that for the remaining ones as well. Okay, this is nice because it's similar to Shop the Look, where you can like cross-sell multiple items at the same time. You can even create a small sub-collections and link to it from here. This is a very nice section, and I highly recommend you to use it. Also, this is a nice section where you can list like different elements, have so many options within them. Actually, if I want to talk about all the sections that this theme offers, I would need like hours and hours, but you can check them one after the other. This is also a very nice section where you can compare different products, and with the same logic, you need to set up the settings, everything related to the content, and it will be ready to use. You have also the multi-column section, you have a video section, and so on. And as I told you, if you click in here, you will find a lot of other sections that you can profit from. To learn more about all the available sections for a theme, I highly recommend you to check out their demo stores. And when you do that, keep in mind that everything you see in one store can be applicable to your store. So they show different demos and different way of using the theme, but you can like mix and match between the demos. It's not a problem at all. The settings are there, the sections are there. You just need to know how to tweak them. So this is it for how to build your homepage. Now we are going to talk a little bit about collection pages. Then after that, we are going to talk about about product pages. So stay with me. So now moving to the collection pages. From here, I want you to go to collections, and what we want to change is the default collection page. I'm not sure if you know, but now after Shopify 2.0, you can create different collection page templates and you can assign them to your collection pages. If you don't know anything about this, I highly recommend you to check my video about Shopify 2.0 because it will explain to you more about how to use this feature. This is not the topic of this video and we can't now tackle it, but you need to know that you can create totally different like page templates for your collections and your product pages, and you can assign them without doing any coding. Okay, so from here I'm going to change actually the default collection page template, the one Shopify assigns by default to all of your collections. I'm actually changing this from homepage, and I will be seeing the women collection because this is the collection with items. The first thing you are seeing is the collection banner. So this is the part you see in here, and it also has different options. So you can show the collection title, show the product count, show the collection descriptions. You can align the content to left, center, and so on. You can make this, for example, fill the space. It's very small. You can make it portrait, you can make it square. You can play around with this as much as you want and get the, let's say, the appearance or the look you are looking for. Okay, I'm not gonna put a lot of time in here because it's very easy. And in here you can also change the scheme, so you can have one, you can have two. These are the ones we have assigned or we have created at the beginning of this video. Okay, once this is done, you scroll in here to this section, and in here you have the filters, and you have the sort, you have the compare, which is the amazing feature I'm going to show you, and you have the view as. Let me start with the filters. Filters are very important, especially when your collection is big, because it helps your customers to filter the products and find what they are searching about. If you don't know anything about filters, how to set them up, what filters to use, and how to use meta fields in order to create filters, I highly recommend you to check my video on this YouTube channel that shows you how to create and set up your filters. So let's click now on the collection section and let's start changing the settings in here. First, you can change the layout, so how many products you want to show and how you want the product card to appear. So you want the size, you change it. I'm not sure if you remember, in here on the settings, we have changed the settings of the product card. So this is the settings of this element if you want to change anything about it now. Okay, after that you have the filtering, so you can enable or disable filters, and this is a part where you can customize filters, and you can open filters by default, stick on scroll on large screen, so you keep it in here, and so on. So many other options. You have also the options of the sorting, so will you allow people to sort products by bestsellers, by prices, and so on. I recommend you to keep this because it's also user friendly. Now if you click on the compare button in here, it's when you want to compare two products, so you compare one with the other. Okay, when you click on the compare, you will see this pop up in here that allows you to compare the products, so you can click on compare now and see the different options of these products. Okay, now concerning the settings of this section, you find them in here on the overlay group under compare products, and in here they show you the different items, let's say, that you are comparing. So you have title, the vendor, the price, the description. You can also add blocks if you want to add something specific, so you can add meta fields. So maybe in this meta field you want to compare, for example, the specifications between two products. You can do that in here. You create a meta field called specifications, you enter the specification of each product, and you enter the meta field name in here as I have given you the instructions, and you see the difference. Let me show you on their demo store actually how this works. So let me go to a collection page, a random collection page, so let's say to this one, and I'm gonna compare these two products like this. So these are all meta fields, so they have created meta fields for these, so total pixel, blah blah blah. I'm gonna give you a small example just so you understand what I'm talking about. When I go back in here, I can go to settings, and I can, under custom data, create a meta field under products, and let's make this meta fields, for example, specifications. And I'm gonna give it the type of a single line text, let's say, and I will click on save. What I will do now is I will go to my products, I will select all of them, I will click on bulk edit, and in the columns I want to see the specifications meta field to assign the specification for each product. I'm gonna type anything, so let's say white, green, red. It's nothing, okay, just an example. Green one more time, matte white, something like this, and I will click on save. Now when I go back in here to my theme, I'm gonna go to online store. I will go to the same path, so I'm going to click on customize. I will go to my collection pages. So I'm back to my collection pages editor, and this time I'm gonna go to product compare, and I will add a meta field. In here I need to put the name. So they want me to include the list of labels of product meta fields, so they want me to include the key. Okay, so let me go back in here to my meta field to copy the key. So custom data, products, this one, and this is the key. Okay, I'm gonna write in here specifications. I will put the key exactly as per their instruction, and I will click on save. Now I will try to compare two products to see how this is gonna work. So let me compare these two. Click on compare now, and when I scroll you can see that I have now a new comparison field, which is the specifications. You can do this as much as you want, and you can add as much specifications as you wish. This is a very nice feature, and I highly recommend you to use it. Okay, after that, in this collection page you can add as much sections as you wish. The same thing you have done for the homepage. It's up to you. Okay, I just showed you the product comparison because it's the most important one to me. What I care about in our collection page are the filters and this feature because it's a very good one to help customers make informed decisions. Now moving to the last part, which is the product page, and the same idea that I have said about collection pages. With your product pages you can create several product page templates. With this theme you already have like three. You have the four actually. You have the default, you have the coming soon, you have the countdown, and the pre-order. But if you want to create more you can do that. Let me start with the default one because this is the one that most of you are going to use, and I will show you now how you change it. The same logic you have applied to the home page, to the collection page, same thing. So you start in here first by the product section. These are the breadcrumbs that we have discussed at the beginning of the video. As you recall, under settings you had in here I guess on the product somewhere a section for the breadcrumbs where you can make them like appear or disappear. These are the breadcrumbs, and in here you have the section for the product. When you click on the section itself you can change things related to the whole section. So stick product info on scroll. So as you can see this is sticking in here. Show add to cart, propend on scroll. This is gonna work if you are on mobile. So as you can see this is very important for conversion rates, especially if you are on mobile. Instead of scrolling up one more time, you need it, the button is in front of you. This is actually a feature I look at when I'm checking a theme. I like to have this feature. It usually affects the conversion rate very well and it's very positive. So moving up in here you can see like different options regarding how you want like your media to look like. Do you want them to look like this, or do you want them to be slider? You can change things about the media, the aspect ratio. You can change like how you want the images to look like for variants and so on. You have so many options and all of them are mainly related to the appearance, to the look of this part. What I want to talk about in here, and it's one actually a very nice feature, it's the feature in here where they allow you to dedicate certain images for a variant. Let me change from this product actually to the matte, because on the matte I have already uploaded the photos properly. So I don't have two variants in here, but I'm going to do that. Let's say I'm selling this product, okay, and I have two variants of this product. I have the pink one and the blue one, and I want when people like choose the pink one to see the pink colors, the pink matte only. When they choose the blue variant they see the blue variant only. So what I'm going to do, I'm going back in here actually. I'm going to my products and I'm going to my yoga mat. I will create two variants in here. So this is gonna be color. One is gonna be pink and the other one it's gonna be blue. For the pink I'm gonna pick this one let's say, and I will click on save. Now I will go back in here and refresh. So now when you refresh the page you can see, so now after refreshing the page you can see the new variants. I need to for sure work on my color swatches so they look properly, but let me first fix the variant. Now when I choose for example pink, I still see all the images. When I choose blue I only see this image. What I want to do is when I choose pink I only see the pink colors, the pink photos. When I choose blue I only see the blue photos. And this is very nice if you are selling dresses for example and you have photos from all angles use and you want people to see every dress properly. So this feature like organize the images in a very nice way. So going back in here to products, what I need to do in here is show media only associated with a selected variant. So now when I have blue, because I have named all of these images blue when I uploaded them, it only shows these. When I choose pink, it only shows the pink. Just I uploaded the images and I named them all blue, blue 1, blue 2, blue 3. For the pink, I have named them pink 1, pink 2, pink 3, and that's it. Okay, now let me show you how to fix the color swatches. You go in here to theme settings. Under swatches, I will put, for example, blue. Let me go and blue hex. So I'm gonna take any blue, it's fine, and put it in here. And as you can see now, it's showing in here. It's aqua, actually not blue, but it's fine. And for pink, I can actually use this one. Okay, let me do the same for blue. So, and I will save. Now the color swatches should be as you can see. Okay, so as you can see, just you put the same name you have used to name the variants, the color variants, and you put the color hex. Okay, so going back to my product page, what other sections do we have? So under the, other than the settings, we have here like the blocks you have in this section. You have collapsible tabs if you want to add them, and all of them are dynamic, so you can have everything dynamic in here using meta fields. And you can also add something very nice, which is the flash message, this one. So you can have it in here, or you can have it on the image in here if you wish. It's actually a very nice feature. Like, I'm not sure if you are seeing, like this one, for example, it's showing here. Okay, so you can show it over media like this, or you can show it at the button as you wish. This is nice to like announce some special things. Also, this is not a feature that you find very often in themes. It's very nice, and it helps you to deliver like more messages in a more attractive way and without writing a lot of text. Okay, under this section, you have the product details, which is the section you find in here. And with the same logic, you can add as much sections as you wish. You have different options like you can work around with in order to make this part customizable. If you go to the demo store and you pick any product, let's pick this one, you will see what I'm talking about. So these are the informations you have in here. Okay, you can have tabs, you can have payments, you can have rich text, highlight text, whatever you want. Okay, after this, the section I highly recommend you to use is actually the product feature. So this is a very nice section, especially on this page. This time you can either create a dynamic source for this section. So you create a meta field and you put the product link on it, so it's already dynamic, or you can select an image simply because it's already the same, like you make the image dynamic. You can do both. Okay, so either you make the source of the product dynamic or the image dynamic, and you add the features in the same way we have done for the homepage. Okay, this is very nice on a certain product page, and it's nice that it's all dynamic, so you can have the same product page template and still have different product features for each product. Like the section will be dynamic through all the products. With the same logic, you can add as much sections as you wish from here. It's the same thing, the same idea. You modify them in the same way. Thank you so much for watching this video and for staying up until the end. I know it was a very long video, but I'm pretty sure that it will help you to customize your store in the best way possible. Before leaving, and if you found this video helpful, I want to invite you to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and to hit the notification bell, because in this way you will get notified each time I publish a new video. Thank you again for watching this video, and see you next week.